Please rise for the salute to the flag and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please continue standing for the national anthem sung by our Dulcinea a cappella group seniors.
Don't get too close.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be a little far back. Ugh. Oh, they're working on it still. Let's get closer. All right. Oh no. Should I play it again? Should I play it again? Ah, man. Play it one more time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Friends, family, staff, and students, thank you for joining us as we celebrate a momentous accomplishment in our lives. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2017. For the past 4 years, today's date, June 9th, 2017, has remained in the forefront of our minds as the moment that high school would end, and now it's finally arrived. There's no need for me to highlight the significance of this moment. For God's sakes, we're all dressed in weird robes and caps on the football field. Class of 2017, this moment has individual significance to each of us, and nothing that anyone up here says can change that. In speeches that are given upon stages like this, a commonly stated theme is that we create our own future. However, we also create our own present. It is up to each of us to consider this evening an end to our childhood or a gateway to our future, a finish to old friendships or an introduction to new ones, a termination of routine habits or a step into the unknown. There are countless ways to view this night, but graduates, the most important thing is that we do something with it. Don't let tonight be a highlight that you just look back at. Make it a stepping stone in your life that you can jump out into the world from. Think, I just finished high school. College, give me your best shot and let me crush that too. Think, for the last month of school, I've done nothing but sit there in most of my classes. You say work is boring? Let me at it. Graduates, for most of us, this is our first major accomplishment in our lives, and while we have many more to come, don't let this one get swept under the rug. Relish in your accomplishment and use it for support as you jump the next hurdles in your life. To all the teachers, staff, friends, and family that have supported us through our journeys, no amount of thanks can properly convey how we feel, but thank you all so much for everything you have done. To the graduates, no amount of congratulations, handshakes, or pieces of paper can match the pride you should feel for yourself in this moment, but I'll give it one last try. Congratulations, class of 2017. I feel so lucky to have had you all by my side through this crazy ride, and I wish us all the best in the days, weeks, months, and years to come. Thank you. Next, Natalie Inning, our senior class president, will be speaking.
Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones of the graduating class of 2017. I cannot believe this day is finally here, and I cannot believe that I am standing before you all giving this speech. 1,347 days ago, we stepped foot on this campus. We've gone through 720 school days thinking this day would never come, but it came with the blink of an eye. It's been a long journey, and we have successfully gone through all the requirements. We've sat in confusion when we realized Animal Farm was not actually about animals. We've gone through all the possible symbolism in The Catcher in the Rye, and have again sat in confusion with the complex and historic literature of Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet. We've endured AP and honors courses while managing time-consuming after-school activities, and we've sometimes failed and sometimes have achieved in getting a DoorDash order. Sorry, Mr. Campbell. As we move on to the next chapter in our lives, whatever it may be, we naturally look back on our time at Los Lomas, and I can honestly say that I love the class of 2017. I love the bond we share when we're trying to figure out intricate mock rock dances, or the joy on our faces when cheering on our fellow peers at their sporting event, drama show, or band concert. Our class sure is one of a kind. I wanted to thank all the amazing teachers and staff for helping us with everything and more, my remarkable peers for making 4 years of lasting memories, and finally, our parents for being our #1 supporters through all our endeavors. I love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, everyone, again for coming tonight. I would now like to introduce Dr. Matt Campbell.
Students, staff, parents, families, and friends, welcome to the Los Lomas graduation ceremony for the class of 2017. We gather this Friday night to pay tribute to and recognize the brilliance, the dedication, and perseverance of the class of 2017. Receiving a high school diploma from Los Lomas and the Acalanes Union High School District is a life accomplishment, and it is worthy of this grand gathering in front of people who have played a significant role in your life and development. I want to thank the certificated staff in attendance tonight. Please join me in thanking them for their passion and guidance while assisting the class of 2017 in their pursuit of academic excellence. Everyone, please join me in thanking the classified staff tonight. Their work sometimes goes unnoticed, but it is extremely important to the smooth functioning of our school. We deeply appreciate their daily contributions to our school. Thank you. We are pleased to welcome one of our Walnut Creek's own governing board member, Miss Kathy Coppersmith. Also, please welcome one of our associate superintendents, Miss Amy McNamara. Graduates, we assemble tonight to honor your achievement and celebrate this annual rite of passage as you leave Los Lomas and enter the next phase of your journey. Your legacy is filled with individual and team recognitions. Your accomplishments for the class are as follows. You have a National Merit finalist. You have scores of National Merit Commended Scholars. You have won DAL and DFAL league titles. You've won NCS titles. You have many students who have earned placement with the county and state honor bands. We have wind ensembles and symphonic bands that have earned top rating of unanimous superior at our CMEA music festivals. 94% of you are attending college next year. Some of you are serving our country by enlisting in the armed forces. And we have some of the best drama productions in the Bay Area. Some of you are the first in your family to graduate from high school. To the class of 2017, please stand if you are the first member of your family to earn a high school diploma. We applaud your hard work and perseverance. Your class made a difference not only at our school, but within our greater community. Members of your class dedicated their time caring for our Walnut Creek homeless population. You spread hope at orphanages throughout the world. And one of you inspired others with a beautiful mural at the Walnut Creek Public Library. During my 7 years of principal, when asked to describe Las Lomas, or what it's like to be principal at Las Lomas, I usually respond by stating that Las Lomas is a special and unique school where the staff is caring, the parents are supportive, and the students are simply amazing. The school is unique because of you. You have developed an incredible connection with each other, a bond that is unique. You have developed lifelong friendships and have created an incredibly supportive community. Your roots among one another run very deep. Your common experience and shared values have created a foundation that will last forever. You are all Knights. You shared a common purpose in beating the Broncos. You've laughed together. You have mock rocked. You have synchroed. You've all passed your senior project. Yes. You've chilled during lunch in your lawn chairs. And you have a collection of memories and a gallery of experiences with one another. Your connection, your time at Las Lomas will be forever. After tonight, you will go your separate ways. At some point in the future, you will find yourself needing a friend to offer a kind word or a splash of encouragement. I implore you to remember your days at Las Lomas and reach out to someone who knows you best. Your friends from Las Lomas will understand and will provide you the perfect remedy. Las Lomas is a special place because you cared. I want to thank you for making a difference. I am leaving Las Lomas with you. I am honored to have been your principal, and you are the ideal class to end my tenure at Las Lomas. I would also like to thank the parents and staff for a wonderful 7 years at Las Lomas. I will leave Las Lomas with fond memories, and I will cherish my time in this community. Always remember, once a Knight, always a Knight. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Andrea Martinez to the stage.
Shout out to Mr. Avicoli. Holy Hannah, it's so hot out here. Okay. I was born in a small country in Central America called El Salvador. You can drive from its northern border with Guatemala all the way until you reach its southern border with Honduras in a couple of hours. I left my home country when I was 4 and flew 6 hours to arrive to SFO where my dad was waiting for us. We lived in Castro Valley before we finally settled in Walnut Creek when I was in 2nd grade. I am an immigrant in the way that many people think about immigrants. I come from a country far away from here, and many of my family members have struggled to adapt to a different culture and to a different language from the ones they were born into. But really, the beginning of my story is not that different from the journey of all of us graduating today. We all grew up and somehow ended up in the small town of Walnut Creek, where each of us started our own journey. So actually, in many ways, we are all immigrants. Oh, well. When we came to Las Lomas, we left our middle schools and slowly moved our everything to another home, where we would be stationed for the next 4 years of our lives. Now that those 4 years have come to an end, we will once more pick up our belongings and the treasures that we collected here and move somewhere else. We will go to college or work. We will join the military or travel abroad. We will be immigrants again and start our entire journey over. As immigrants, we were welcomed and accepted when we first arrived to our new home at Las Lomas. We were given lots of resources and help as we began to readjust. It was different from what we were used to, but as the days went on, we learned the ways of this new lifestyle. We learned how math is actually important in our day-to-day lives. And in psychology class, we learned how our brains behave. We learned how to paint and draw and write, and we learned to speak Spanish, French, and Japanese. All these lessons served us well on our journey, but we also learned other things like how to be better people. We sat in classes with teachers who forced us out of our comfort zones, who taught us so much about the world we will soon migrate to. Freshman year, I had Miss Nickel for world history. She was the strictest teacher I've ever had here at Las Lomas. Walking into her classroom was like walking into a dark room, unsure of what lay ahead. As a timid freshman, I was a bit scared of her, and I'm sure half of the graduating seniors were too. But the root of her strictness was love. Miss Nickel absolutely loved history. She wanted us to know what happened during that period of time and why it happened. An event like the French Revolution became extra terrifying. Nickel would act out the guillotine and would pounce on her students, demanding that we explain what we saw as the reasons why the revolution happened. 2 years later, Ms. Fisher pulled us into U.S. history with that same excitement and desire to make the class more relevant for us. She made things make sense for us. I remember once when she told us that the Declaration of Independence was like the biggest breakup letter ever written. Miss Nickel isn't even here at Las Lomas anymore, and we have to leave Miss Fisher when we leave tonight. But they shaped the path that we traveled as we shaped theirs. In our immigration stories, we also have our fellow travelers, our peers, the people who have traveled the halls with us, who sat next to us in our classes, who changed next to us in the locker rooms, who danced on the steps of Cinco de Mayo. We have met so many different types of people, some of them intentionally and others by chance. All of us are just simply traveling through, and every day our paths intersect. During my freshman year, my dad developed cancer. One day I was crying in the locker room, and Lexi Kozlowski came up to me to see if I was okay. We weren't really friends then, so it was kind of amazing that this sort of stranger would stop to talk to me. From that chance of encounter, I found comfort at a time that I really needed it. 2 years later, I was at my locker, and Lexi came up to me and asked me about my dad. We hadn't talked in a really long time, so it came as a surprise that she still remembered. And because of that day, freshman year, Lexi and my past connected. These are the stories that make us who we are. Just like immigrants, we share our stories with our families and people who have become like family to us. We love and cherish them. Today, once again, we are picking up our belongings, putting them in boxes, and enjoying our last days before traveling to our next destination. Wherever life takes us, whether it be to a college in New Jersey, a JC in Santa Barbara, a gap year in Jeffreys Bay, South Africa, or even to teach English in Uganda, we will always be immigrants, moving around and experiencing new surroundings with new people. Being an immigrant doesn't have to be an isolating experience if we acknowledge that everyone is on their own journey to and from places. It's beautiful. Immigration should be embraced and cherished because we are all immigrants, and I hope we will always be. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Students audition, as you can see in your program, we have 2 student speakers. Students audition to be graduation and senior reflection speakers. And the final speakers are selected by our senior class officers. So it is an honor to invite to the stage our second student speaker, Isabella Ianora.
Hello, family, friends, Los Lomas faculty and staff, and most importantly, class of 2017. Wow, we made it. Honestly, when this year started, I couldn't wait for today. But now that it has come, I find myself surprised to say that I'll miss this place. Not just because I've gotten used to the physical surroundings and could probably walk the hallways with my eyes closed, but because of the people I have met and become friends with here. High school is a strange time in our lives. We desire the individual liberties given to adults, but are still stuck in an adolescent's life. Most of us came into high school not knowing what to expect. Our preconceptions coming from unrealistic movie representations, such as High School Musical and The Breakfast Club, or stories from older siblings and friends. Even now, looking back, I don't think I could accurately depict the world of high school to any incoming 9th grader. The best I could do is give them advice on how to survive and enjoy their 4 years here. So let me tell you what we've learned over the past 4 years. Throughout high school, we meet a ton of new people, and we've learned how to foster relationships with peers and teachers. As far as our faculty goes, I don't think we could have been any luckier. Our teachers took a personal interest in our academic and personal growth. They pushed us to strive for excellence both in and out of the classroom. Because of this, students were constantly found talking about much more than just coursework with their teachers. I know for me personally, I still get academic help and personal advice from Mr. Ball. Building relationships with teachers is definitely important in high school, but I'd say it's even more important to create relationships with your peers. Your classmates end up understanding you better than anyone else during your 4 years of high school because you're thrown into situations that immediately bond you. Throughout the years, we've experienced many things together that have brought us closer. One great example of this that I know none of us will ever forget is the end of sophomore year PE. And yes, I'm talking about the infamous dancing unit. We were all forced to dance with every person of the opposite sex in our class. I know our 7th period PE class was surprised to find that Aditya was the best ballroom dancer. This was by far the most awkward thing we had ever done, but by the end of this experience, we were that much closer with our peers. Many other activities, such as school sports, drama, homecoming activities, and various clubs, allowed us to foster lasting relationships with our classmates. Now, as much as I would like to say high school was all fun and nothing too hard ever happened, that'd be a lie. High school was full of struggles. Together, we suffered through our first year of finals, survived our first AP classes, and conquered our senior project. Along with these, we fought through various roadblocks along the way. But through all this, we had a group of our peers to lean on when we needed the extra strength and support. One of the best things about high school is knowing that there are 380 other students going through almost the exact same thing. This was a kind of invisible bond between us. Throughout the past 4 years, we've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've grown together. No one here can say that they're the same person they were when they first stepped on the campus 4 years ago. And that's the beauty of high school. Throughout classes, school activities, and new friends, we were shaped into the people you see sitting before you today. For many of us, change is not easy, and the past 4 years wouldn't have been possible without the support of amazing friends, caring staff members, and loving families. I would like to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for supporting us through the hard times and celebrating with us through the good times. As we say goodbye to high school and continue into the unknown future, it is important to remember the journey that took us to where we are now. Within the next 3 months, we will all be heading off in our separate directions. While this is a big, scary change, it is also an exciting one. The future is one small step away, and we have the power to choose what we will make of it. I am proud to be part of a class that represents a wide variety of interests and passions. Before we leave this place, I want to ask you to think about your favorite experience or memory of Los Lomas, and then thank the people that made it possible. I wish you all the best of luck, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Dylan Sleeper, please come to the stage. Yeah. Dylan, that was amazing. Let's give Dylan a nice round of applause. MIT is in for a treat. Like the student speakers, it's an honor to be the faculty speaker at graduation. The difference is that members of the senior class, and nobody auditions, the members of the senior class select an influential teacher, and this year it is my privilege to invite Suzanne Morse to the stage.
Good evening. Friends, family members, alumni, the Las Lomas faculty, and the amazing class of 2017. I thank you for trusting in me the chance to send you off with some last bit of advice. I don't do speeches very often. I give lectures. So I decided to send you off with one last lecture. This lecture involves some ideas that have helped me throughout my life. I am hoping that by the end of this lecture, you will learn how to make positives out of every situation in your life. I'm a chemistry and physics teacher. I know a thing or two about positives and negatives. First of all, class, simply try to see every situation as a positive, even though what you perceive to be at the present time a negative situation. You will realize down the road that what you thought was negative was actually directing you towards a positive situation. This will be hard to do at first, but if you practice it enough, you will actually begin to believe that it is all good. While you have been here at Las Lomas, you have been surrounded by a community that actually wanted you to succeed. It may not have seemed that way sometimes, but us teachers and the staff truly wanted what was best for you. When you leave here and go off to the next phase of your life, the number of people that sincerely want you to succeed drops off dramatically, much like an inversely proportional curve graph. Only your family members and a few close friends will truly want what's best for you, so you need to find a way to make things seem like they're in your favor. One way to do that is to simply see that a negative situation might be guiding you in a positive direction. Many of my students know that I grew up in small town Iowa. But what they don't know is that my parents went through a divorce, and my mom decided to move me and my two sisters to Arizona. This was a huge change for me, and it was rough. And I actually ended up going to 3 different high schools. It was a difficult time, and I had not incorporated the all things are positive attitude yet. I could have seen the move as an adventure and a gain in friendships, but instead, all I thought about were all the friends I was leaving behind. But now, looking back on it, it was positive. Had I not gone through the journey of 3 different high schools, I might have never ended up on a path that led me to a college where I met the love of my life. You know him as Mr. Morse. And meeting him, my students, was very positive. Now in physics, in an electric force field, with a positive pole and a negative pole, the electric field lines point from the negative pole to the positive pole. Even physics is telling us to take the negative and point it in the positive direction. A lot of you will be heading away from home and will be confronted with changes in your life. And at first you will be scared. But if you are practicing the all things are positive attitude, you will know that this upcoming change has to be positive. Miss Morse said so. In chemistry and physics, we work with change, and its symbol is represented by the Greek letter delta. It looks like a triangle. It is calculated by taking your final result and subtracting it from your initial position. Now, hopefully, your change and growth since entering Las Lomas is a positive value. We hope. But in life, Delta can be scary. My colleagues are already fearing the change, fearing the Delta of next year's block schedule. A lot of you will be nervous about the big changes upcoming in your life, and parents, in a month or so, your students will start to fear the Delta that will be part of their life, and they will turn into little turds. And parents, you will fear that change too. In fact, there are plenty of news articles that warn future empty nesters about that tense week before their kids go off to college. A fight will ensue that normally wouldn't. They won't even know or realize that they're being little turds. The fight that they will start will, in their minds, make it easier for them to say goodbye to you. When this happens, tell them not to fear the Delta. If it weren't for this big change, there would be no growth. And with growth, knowledge is gained. And that, my cherubs, is a positive thing. Lastly, there will always be drag force in your life. People trying to hold you back from succeeding. We spend almost 2 weeks discussing drag force in AP Physics C, and it did not turn out to be one of their favorite concepts. There was only one student who actually enjoyed the concept of drag force, and that student was Nico. I will miss you, Nico. Drag force involves the air friction holding back an object in flight. Now, drag force is a vector, and with vectors, you must assign a direction. And a physics student writing equations from vectors, the student gets to pick which direction is positive. You can always make the drag force point in the positive direction. Even when the naysayers of the world say you can't do something, use that drag force that is against you to motivate you. When I entered college my freshman year, I told my counselor that I wanted to major in physics. She laughed at me. I was recruited to play basketball at the college, and the counselor told me that would be too difficult of a major to balance both athletics and physics at the same time. So, for the first semester, I was a liberal arts major. I did not know what that meant, liberal arts, but I still knew that I wanted to be a physics major. So, that same first semester, I took the required math courses that I knew would help me reach my goal, and I used my counselor's drag force as motivation. I did graduate with a degree in physics, and 5 years later, I graduated as the Dean's Medalist in the School of Natural Sciences. Yeah. It will take some time practicing seeing everything as a positive, but if you believe the saying, what you think about, you bring about, and if you're constantly thinking about everything as a positive, you will only be attracting more good. Be happy in what you choose to do in your life, otherwise it is work. And life should be a surprising, joyful, positive journey. Don't fear the Delta. Use drag force as your motivation, and good luck in seeing all things positive. Class of 2017, it is all good.
Thanks, Suzanne. Ms. Coppersmith, please join me on stage. We are fortunate tonight to honor 2 staff members who have dedicated their life to public education and have decided to retire. The Acalanes Union High School District recognizes their commitment with a customary bell. First one is Ellen Smith. Ellen, come on up. Ellen was hired in September of 1994 as the School Improvement Secretary at Los Lomas High School. In October of 1995, she was promoted to Career Center Coordinator, now known as the College and Career Center Advisor. Ellen has been a dedicated member of the Los Lomas team, supported and guided the students to their life beyond Los Lomas High School for the past 23 years. When I asked what she will miss the most, she replied that she will miss working one-on-one with her students. We would like to thank Ellen for her years of service, and we wish her well becoming a full-time grandmother.
Thanks. Absolutely. Okay.
Yay. Thanks, Ellen. Miss Mallory Wilkerson, come on up. Before graduating from the University of California, Davis with a BA in Spanish, Miss Wilkerson studied abroad at the University of Madrid, Spain. She earned her teaching credential in Spanish and German from the University of California, Berkeley. Mallory joined the Los Lomas High School teaching staff in 2000 with 26 years of teaching experience in the teaching Spanish in the Bay Area. When I asked her what she will miss the most, she said that she will miss the supportive teaching and parent community, and that she has been honored working with the students from Los Lomas High School. Let's thank Mallory for her incredible devotion to her students and to Los Lomas High School. Good job, Mallory. Mallory. Yeah.
Okay, ring your bell.
Okay, thanks, Kathy. At the Senior Awards Night, we had the pleasure of honoring a great number of students who received scholarships, awards, and other significant recognition. Included in that evening were many students who were selected for life membership in the California Scholarship Federation. The selection was based on academic achievement through the end of the first semester of this year. Tonight, I would like to announce that the following students have attained life membership in CSF as a result of the semester that just concluded today. As I announce each individual, please remain standing until all students are recognized. Sam Benoit, Samuel Berman, you guys can clap. Eugene Benunsky, Nicole Caligari, DJ Cesrezo, Cameron Cox, Christian Davis, Grant Johnson, Kusha Kimmelman, Kieran O'Farrell, Elaine Paulus, Dmitry Petrenko, Alexandra Radu, Brendan Royer, Savannah Sabate, Vincent Sante, Jocelyn Schurenholtz, Serena Suer, Brett Tafer, Giselle Uribe, and Joseph Wood. Now, I would like all CSF members to please stand, and let's give them a nice round of applause. Okay, thank you very much. Well, it's time. Thomas and Natalie, please come forward and join Ms. Coppersmith and me. We will now begin the presentation of the diplomas.
Lauren Amberson. Okay, good. Thomas. Thomas. Oh, you got the pen. Yeah.
Jacob Abreu.
Lauren Ambrosini.
Cole Andrews.
Suchita Anagol.
Alina Andrews.
Naina Asaravala.
Peyton Anoni.
Nicole Baba.
Georgie Atanisov.
Joshua Bautista.
Zachary Babka.
Nico Becerra.
Naomi Benditsky.
Paulina Buzos.
Benjamin Borglin.
Danielle Fidelibus.
Lauren Boxold.
Eric Muller.
Brittany Budeman.
Patrick Donahue.
Jocelyn Schoenholtz.
Rachel Morgan.
Alexandra Radu.
Christian Davidson.
Katrina Kirschbaum.
Emma Height.
Madeline Boyd.
Quinn McMillan.
Adelina Chavez.
Alec Publicover.
Elizabeth Locker.
Grant Haverlenko.
Connor Flannery.
Avery Gould.
Brenna Killerin.
Kaylina Principe.
Serena Suer.
Emily Meyer Costanza.
Julia Wang.
Samantha Coppersmith.
Bailey Wexler.
Shannon Kais.
Cameron Ernst.
Haley Brown.
Isabella Ionora.
James Burton.
Andrea Martinez.
Jean Chang.
Peter Serdan.
Sarah Chow.
Nicholas Serdan.
Timothy Chuang.
Mahima Chowdhury.
Trisha Coloma.
Michaela Choi.
Grant Darling.
Carlina Chung.
Bailey Davis.
Raina Crouch.
Dana Deutmeyer.
Isabella De Castro.
Charlotte Dietzel.
Joseph Diekman.
Olivia Dorrance.
Lily Donahue.
Dana Drury.
Jack Dowd.
Madison Eckstein.
Brendan Dwyer.
Juliana Filipenko.
Grace Evans.
Caroline Fuller.
Devin Fisher.
Sean Harrison.
Quiva Gallahue.
Jenna Hobby.
Connor Hethcock.
James Huang.
John He.
Nicolette Johnson.
Bailey Jarvis.
Mark Katz.
Gavin Dominici Jones.
Henry Kirigu.
Lauren Kaw.
Evan Lochman.
Kylie Kirsch.
Catherine Lecha.
Jada Larson.
Sophia Lewis.
Jacqueline Leonard.
Justin Lee.
Benjamin Lewis.
Story Lute.
Teresa Lim.
Seth Mattingly.
Shannon Mackle.
Scott McIntyre.
Liam McCormick.
Joseph McTiernan.
Melanie McIntyre.
Nader Mostofi.
Alana Miller.
Rena Otaki.
Layla Ordukani.
Rowan Pon.
Nandine Erdine Oyunbatar.
Lillian Pellatini.
Mackenzie Patterson.
Cassidy Powell.
Sydney Polich.
Sonia Rykar.
Aaron Quinn.
Mary Ratman.
Aditya Rao.
Skylin Rios.
Selena Reyes.
Christine Sade.
Kestra Riza.
Emma Sanger.
Manal Sadek.
Kaylee Schneider.
Kelsey Schott.
DePauli Shaw.
Eva Schoenholtz.
Michelle Schimberg.
Emily Sherwood.
Connor Seary.
David Siegel.
Nadine Snyder.
Dylan Sleeper.
Natasha Susanto.
Kira Snyder.
Elise Stankus.
Ian Stanko.
Chrislyn Takeuchi.
Sarah Swerdlow.
Emily Tate.
Catherine Tang.
Jacqueline Valentine.
Daniel Tiffany Appleton.
Alexandra Walsh.
Ryan Volko.
Natalie Watson.
Anthony Wasick.
Bennett Wells.
Khalil Watson Stewart.
Roxanne Wheaton.
Riverlyn Wetherill.
Isabella Wilson.
Andrew Wilson.
Samuel Wiscavage.
Joshua Weiner.
John Wiscavage.
Sahar Yazdani.
Mia Zodi.
Kayla Zuniga.
Lamar Adams.
Tristan Adair.
Connor Aiello.
Akira Eichley.
Anthony Anderson.
Lucia Alvarez.
Nicholas Andrews.
Derek Andresen.
Avjo Arafovic.
Kaylor Gabriel Arboleta.
Taylor Axe.
Ryan Astor.
Surulzia Batuyag.
Halima Aziz.
Lane Benke.
Paige Bautista.
Najla Benuda.
Nicholas Behrens.
Sam Benoit.
Gabriel Benda.
Akira Bay.
Samuel Berman.
True Brading.
Eugene Benunsky.
Tanner Brazil.
Ewan Bradley.
Nicole Caligari.
Kyle Bunting.
Serena Candelori.
Taylor Callan.
Michaela Cardoza.
Kyle Capo.
Paige Cassidy.
Daniela Cardinal.
DJ Cerezo.
Andrea Carino.
Marco Correa.
Joanna Castaneda.
Madeline Cragen.
Cindy Chen.
Jenna Deemer.
Cameron Cox.
Tenzin Dayton.
William DePaz.
Fetty Jujo.
Enrique Delgadillo.
Karita Eby.
Kaylin Dorstad.
John Eloyan.
Rachel Earl.
Nicole Fieldhouse.
Audrey Ellison.
Jacob Friels.
Lauren Feeney.
Marcus Frost.
Catherine Fair.
Holden Ganch.
Helena Freunds.
Robert Glass.
Jordan Galloway.
Cameron Gregson.
Ana Sofia Giannicola.
Khadija Hamid.
Claire Gonzalez.
Paige Hera.
Esmeralda Guerra.
Anthony Haskett.
Emily Hansen.
Tiffany Huang.
Melissa Hassick.
Amaya Holden.
Mia Henderson.
Jasmine Hoy.
Tobin Honer.
Grant Johnson.
Eric Holmesen.
Alexa Karaglanis.
Alice Eiley.
Kusha Kimmelman.
Rachel Marie Johnson.
Nora Kochube.
Julia Johnson.
Gloria Kowal.
Boris Kazantsev.
Simon Krieger.
Samuel Knapp.
Dylan Lane.
Colton Cokes.
Alexandra Leonard.
Alexius Kozlowski.
Rafael Lisbona.
Danira Kukuljevic.
Natalie Lisbona.
Trent Lane.
Cameron Louie.
Joshua Lescano.
Ashley McLachlan.
Allison Licati.
Madeline Mahoney.
Alana Luke Velasquez.
Alex Mathers.
Noah Mahabir.
Ryan McAteer.
James Mancusi.
Allison McCommon.
Santino Mattia.
Adnan Mehmetovich.
John McCandless.
Samuel Minar.
Connor McKee.
Harry Miller.
Mohsen Maimondi.
Sean River Mize.
Colton Meredith.
Stephen Mrose.
Larissa Miramontes Perez.
Nina Monk.
Kevin Mooney.
Cameron Nelson.
John Mulligan.
Kayla Newen.
Bodie Nadalin.
Kieran O'Farrell.
Daniel Wynn.
Cordelia Olson.
Samra Nori.
Mutsutaka Osagawa.
Daniel Alliner.
Elaine Paulus.
Sahil Oria.
Joshua Pang.
Tara Parandak.
Dimitro Petrenko.
Gila Parandak.
Marcella Pineda.
Devin Peckham.
Graham Pollock.
Alexander Perumal.
Benson Pruitt.
Alexander Pinder.
Jordan Rashkov.
Megan Pletch.
William Reeves Hampton.
Yanni Polizos.
James Reynolds.
Blake Randolph.
Daniel Reese.
Nicole Rivas.
Salim Rona.
Colby Reyes Branson.
Maria Ruseva.
Renee Reynolds.
Kathleen Rusk.
Matthew Rogers.
Samantha Salcido.
Brendan Royer.
Vincent Santi.
Anna Ruzecki.
Blair Self.
Savannah Sabate.
Victoria Shearer.
Danielle Sanchez.
Timude Shilegdamba.
Victoria Scalfaro.
David Shkolnikov.
Georgia Shaw.
Jorge Soto.
Lucy Shed.
Antonio Soto.
Kenta Shimizu.
Sabrina Stoddard.
Robert Seacott.
Gennady Sitnik.
Adam Stenberg.
Valeria Tabelli.
Shane Stoller.
Brett Tafer.
Amir Tabatabe.
Yaroslav Titov.
Roya Tabrizi.
Temujin Oziorshik.
Socorro Tamayo Perez.
Carlos Valdivia.
Sarah Taylor.
Sydney Van Gemeren.
Anudari Tushintuya.
Jeremy Villarde.
Giselle Uribe.
Tanner Wallace.
Kaylin Valles Gant.
Kaihua Wang.
Stefan Vargas.
Bailey Warner.
Kabir Verk.
Jessica Went.
Trevor Walsh.
Maxwell Wickbolt.
Madison Ward.
Caitlin Wipaki.
Ian Weeks.
Connor Weigerts.
Georgina Wetherill.
Zitong Yi.
John Robert Williams II.
Derek Zaragoza.
Olivia Whitwer.
Audley Joe.
Joseph Wood. Sam Yazdani. Ariella Zacharakis. Victor Zhang.
Thomas Henry.
Natalie Itting.
Can we get a photographer to go take Thomas's picture, and then the photographer over there? I want you to go to her. Yeah. Yes, thank you. So this is the part of the program where we have to wait for Thomas and Natalie to come back. So, all right, come on back.
Graduates, please stand. Receiving our diplomas is the first step in becoming high school graduates. As the president of the senior class, I will now lead the class in the second step, that of moving our tassels from the right to the left side of our graduation caps. Congratulations, class of 2017.
By the power vested in me in accordance with the statutes and codes of the state of California, as principal of Los Lomas High School, I certify that this class has completed and fulfilled all academic requirements suitable for graduation. You are graduates! Thank you for attending and have a great summer.